So Spotify is set to acquire AI voice platform Sonantic. Sonantic is they claim they're able to create compelling, nuanced, and stunningly realistic voices from text. So if you look, they have a video. Maybe we'll show it in this video so you guys can hear it. It's Val Kimmer's AI voice. I'll say it's pretty impressive. It's good for audiobooks, is what I'll say. So if somebody doesn't, whenever you're reading an audiobook, typically, or listening to an audiobook, I should say, it's not like they don't have a crazy range of emotion. I'll say podcasts have a lot more range of emotion than audiobooks do. So whenever you're in a podcast with somebody else, like you, especially if you're talking to another person, it's going to be a big range of emotion. You're a human. You can only create that so much in an AI platform. I mean, you can program different instances where if you do want somebody to have a different inflection, you can have that. But if you guys are like in a debate and you're screaming across the table, there's only, so much of that you're going to be able to program or create. So will it ever be a replacement for certain types of transcripts? No. But for others, I think so. I think this one was actually a pretty decent move by Spotify. We'll see if it pays out and how much they do pay for Sonantic. The audiobook direction is where Spotify wants to go with this. Personally, there's room for growth in the audiobooks. That's for sure. Daniel Ek, the CEO of Spotify, says in his opening remarks at a investor day that it's an annual opportunity of $70 billion for us to expand and eventually compete for. That's the total, market share of it. I think podcasts have a bigger opportunity than audiobooks because whenever I want the information quickly, I need to be up to date on, especially if you're talking about tech, you need to be up to date on the information a lot faster. And a podcast is going to be able to go live, whereas an audiobook, you're writing the whole thing and you're sitting down to read it. And obviously Sonantic makes it a lot faster for people to read off the audiobook, so to speak. But it still could be older information. Whereas podcasts, like you're getting up to the date information and you can act on it right away. So I think podcasts have a bigger opportunity than audiobooks do. But it's pretty cool. And they have royalties set up where if they use like a famous person's voice, then they will be paid and they don't have to read all that themselves. Like, I've done an audiobook. I did an audiobook for Make Them Beg to Buy Your Music, one of the first books I wrote a few years ago. We've given away thousands of copies. Thousands of people bought copies as well. And it was not the most fun process reading it. I'll just say that. You have to, one, if you don't have a treated room, you have to go find a treated room. And it can cost money doing that. Like, it costs time. You have to make sure your voice is on point. You have to drink a lot of water. If you have too many smacks in the recording, like if your lips are smacking too much, you have to re-record stuff. Like it can be a pain. You have to make sure you read everything correctly. Whereas if it's just AI, you're taking a lot of time off people's hands. Like, all you have to do is go in and record a little bit, and then they just take whatever inflections in your voice and whatever else they need to get and turn that into these other recordings. So if it's good enough, I don't see why they wouldn't do it. Like I said, podcasts, different story. Audiobooks, I think it will work. I think it will work. So let me know what you guys think about this move from Spotify. Do you think they'll start to use some of this technology for different songs, like creating songs? where people will just have an AI voice kind of singing some lyrics and get AI instruments in there, and they'll just create a bunch of lo-fi playlists and a bunch of ambient playlists and whatnot. Some of the genres that maybe don't require as much range of emotion, they might just start to do some of this stuff AI and keep some of that revenue for themselves. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. So if you're not subscribed already, click that subscribe button, hit the like button, and notification bell if you're on YouTube so that you get updates on every video from us. And hit up those comments. I want to hear what you guys think. I'll catch you in the next one.